El Horrible. El Horrible and BeDabblin. Give them their props.
Let me add the Cardiff.
Hello, Mama.
I'm not going to lie. I could watch Tookie all day long.
Tookie's fantastic.
Tookie's amazing.
I'm sorry, could we talk Tookie a bit? I'm a Tookie guy.
Oh my God.
He's an idiot.
I'm not really 16. I'm just scared no one would accept me.
The following program is of adult nature and may be inappropriate for persons under the age of 18.
The following program is a adult nature. May not be suitable for some of my friends.
It's time for BeDabblin Live.
When you wanna know who's got the show, his friends ain't talking potato. You can call him on the phone. He lives across from Home Depot. BeDabblin Live with Ellery Blake. 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 Start right now.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the second attempt at BeDabblin Live on this Sunday morning. I am your host, 16-year-old YouTube sensation, broadcasting from his mother's basement high above the Rocky Mountains. My name is El Horrible. How are you? My God, this feels so much better. I can see the chat. I can see people. Everything is wonderful. So let us not procrastinate. I will bring everyone on. OJ, Carlos, William Loney, Bill Loney. Hello, everyone. Welcome to BeDabblin Live. Hello, Bill Loney. How are you?
Terrific. And yourself?
I'm great. I love your chef hat. I know you've been doing a lot of cooking streams lately.
I have.
Did you have that hat professionally made?
No.
You did that yourself?
No, my girlfriend did it. I write like a retard.
I was going to say, it's fantastic.
It is. It is. I'm very
assuming...
lucky man.
Hold on one second. We have a fifth person.
Oh, no.
Which is a stick. It's a stick on the ground.
Oh, I thought that might be a dowel, but you're right. It is a stick.
Hello, it's me, Cardiff Electric.
Who is now a stick?
Cardiff. It's my new gimmick.
It's fantastic. I know Cardiff has felt that Tookie has been overshadowing him a little bit, so I know he's looking for some kind of new gimmick. I
think I found it.
I think he did. I like the stick. Does the stick have a name, or is this going to be the new Cardiff Electric?
It's called Tookie Can Go Fuck Himself Stick.
All right, go back to what you're doing. Thank you for making a cameo appearance. Galaga. Cardiff is not available today. Cardiff is doing other things. But yes, thank you to everyone who was in the first attempt at this. I don't know what happened. I was trying to stream to Kick for the first time because I don't like Twitch anymore. Twitch won't let me use the word Tookie in my titles. So yeah, because I guess Tookie is slang for they won't let me use it in the title. So I'm starting to say fuck Twitch, and I found this new thing, Kick. I know Zero Dark Anthony has been using it, and some other people.
Half the pedophiles in the United States use it.
Oh shit! Wait, no, not that Kick. Are you talking about KIK?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, no, that's not that app.
Oh, okay.
So there actually is a new streaming service called Kick, Kick.
Okay.
And yeah, it's supposed to be the Twitch competitor. Thank you, Dave Dabblerverse. Tookie rocks. Okay, so thank you, Carlos Danger, for being here. Thank you, Bill Loney, for being here. Sorry, Bill Loney, we got a little sidetracked by Cardiff, the electric stick.
It's fine.
But yes, you have been doing cooking live streams lately. And what does your hat say?
Kumi is cooks.
Kumi is cooks. That's
You
fantastic.
said your girlfriend wrote that with like her hands. That's like beautiful.
No, with her
cursive.
fucking feet.
Well, no, I didn't know if she traced it or just wrote it.
No, she just wrote it, man. She's
Wow, that's really good. Looks really great.
It is. It's fantastic. Ooh,
Yeah.
Birch the Great. This is an interesting idea. Tookie hot tub streams.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how to do that without getting Tookie completely wet, and then Tookie's eventually going to fall apart. I'm already worried that I only have one Tookie, because the guy that I bought Tookie from on eBay, he's like disappeared, because I was actually going to try and get another Tookie made, and he's like disappeared. I got to find him, but yeah, I don't know.
Wait a second. Tookie wasn't just hanging out. I thought it was just like your sister, just random toy laying around. That was special ordered. Wow.
Well, I bought it for, so I got
for the hot tub stream. I just want to say, put it on your dick.
Oh, sure. I bought Tookie with COVID relief money. So I had a COVID relief check.
Oh, you Kevin Brennan?
Yes. And I had nothing to do with, really, because I was still working. So I don't know why we even got COVID relief checks. But anyway, I was like, I'm going to spend this on the stupidest thing I can think of. And I had an idea to make like an adult, like, I wasn't streaming or doing anything at the time with YouTube. So I wanted to create like an adult, like kid show. And Tookie was going to be the main star. But then I have a friend who actually is a like live streamer who has like 400,000 subscribers. Like she blew up during COVID, and she was like, don't make a kid show in any way, shape, or form. You're never going to be able to make money because YouTube's just going to keep shutting you down because it looked, so Tookie just sat around forever. And my little sister, didn't even have an interest in Tookie. So Tookie is just sitting around. And then that one day I was just watching Chad watch MLC, and I was like, I want to comment on this, but I don't want to do it as El Horrible. So I just picked up Tookie, and that was it.
The true origin story of Tookie.
I had no idea. Fascinating.
Well, Tookie actually came on to Opie's live stream first, and he had no like I didn't know what to do. I had no gimmick. I had nothing. I didn't have anything when I went on talking about Chad, but at least it flowed better. So if you actually, if someone finds that clip, I don't remember what episode it was, but there was an episode of Opie's Radio where Tookie made his first ever on-screen appearance.
Awesome.
But
are we ever going to see the Ray puppet again? I know it was a one-time thing, right? As far as I know.
No. Ray Puppet will be back. Ray Puppet I asked Ray Puppet to be on the last Tookie stream, but he had some things to do.
Being a diva.
Right.
He's driving across the country to do a open mic. So he's it's hard to get him.
Yes, Ray Puppet has been driving across the country doing coffee shops and ice cream shops and anyone who will have him. Mexican restaurants, all that kind of stuff.
Picking up the characters at Sesame Place.
Tookie is awesome with Ray. Thank you, Icy Uno. Yeah. Ray always sends Tookie a link, but Tookie is not always available. A lot of time Tookie is in bed watching Ray, and then all of a sudden Tookie will hear, where's Tookie? Where's Tookie? Hey, where's Tookie?
I sent him a link.
I don't know where he is. I sent him a link. So, but yes, Carlos, thank you for joining us. Like I said, in the first try of this episode, it's always good to have you on. There's so much that has happened this week in this universe of ours. The entertainment verse is what I will now be calling it.
I'm still calling it the Dabbleverse.
I think Hackverse is pretty good. Hackverse is pretty good. I mean, you can't get really much more on the nose than that. But yeah, ton of shit happened this week. And I guess we'll start. I mean, I don't have much on it, but it's kind of, a big event in our world.
This is a Stuttering John special report.
So all of a sudden, everybody yesterday started getting alerts on their phones. I don't know if you gentlemen did, but if you click the bell on Stuttering John, all of a sudden it was like Jesus rose again. I got so many messages from people. Is this real? Is this real? I'm like, I guess we're all watching it. I don't know what we're watching. Carlos, where were you when you got the notification?
I believe I was watching Cardiff stream.
I think we all were.
Yeah, Cardiff was trying to figure out whether it was real or not, and there was that moment where Cardiff got really excited, and you could feel it. It was, as if he had seen the face of God for a moment there on the stream.
Cardiff was doing a little heavy breathing, I noticed. He was so excited.
Oh, that's hilarious. You know why? Because I actually was not watching Cardiff. I was doing something else. And then I watched John, and then I went back and saw that Cardiff was on. But that's awesome. Yeah, Cardiff was streaming, and Cardiff actually got the live update there.
And there were all these updates happening in his comment section. I think Carl from WATP was in there giving some updates. It was exciting.
Yes. Speaking of which, I do have what was it? Stuttering John back.
Yes, Jules David actually was the one that let everyone know in Cardiff's stream that John was on.
Yes.
Yep, and John is there. He's circled. He's in the chat. He said, just a test. I'll be back soon. Wow. But can we believe that? John has said that many times before. He's tickled our nut bags. Only to leave us with blue balls. Bill Loney, where were you when you heard the news that the great Dabbler was back?
I, too, was watching Cardiff Electric stream.
Traitors!
Unfortunately.
And now all that John did was play this horrible, crappy song on his free StreamYard account. As you can see, the little StreamYard duck or mallard, for the Aussie guy, is there in the corner. So John is not paying for StreamYard. We need to find any twist or any story here we can find. Because it was very short. I believe it was only like under 4 minutes, right?
I'm sitting here reading his chat. Yeah, I wonder, oh, wow, that's fascinating.
I know we had to find, pick every little thing. And obviously he put, it was some song called Bigly Hands because, John wants to use his hands to jerk off to Donald Trump every day. Fucking let it go, man.
Right.
But yeah, so that was interesting. Does anyone really believe that John is coming back? I mean, it is summer. If John is a teacher, he doesn't really have much going on this summer, making that sweet $100,000 a year.
As much as I want to believe he's coming back, I feel like he's just trolling us.
Yep. Yeah, I agree 1,000%.
Carlos?
I don't know. I'm of course on the fence. I'm trying to think about the Dabbleverse is so much different than it was when he left, around Halloween, right? Right before DabbleCon.
His last episode was Halloween. That was the last time John broadcasted because the next day was November 1st and everyone got charged. And I believe that was the day he did the Three Stooges thing. And then that's it. He was gone.
Yeah. Yep.
Like there's so many different factions now in the Dabbleverse. People are with Chad. Not that Chad is actually the Dabbleverse, but you know what I mean.
No,
everybody jumps ship. They go from host to host. There's so many different teams. It used to be the whole world sort of not against John, but mocking John. Maybe he can manipulate this into some type of audience, align with somebody. There's the sweet allure of the super chats he must miss, that easy money.
Vince the lawyer.
Maybe he'll come back.
Vince the lawyer says, "Yo, BeDabbler, my John video pulled John out of retirement."
Yeah, John was in his chat. And I'm 95% sure it was John just by the way he was typing.
Sure.
Vince did a reaction stream to when Howard was berating his staff, and John, he told you it was where it was where I got my name from, where he called him obnoxious. You're not funny. Yes. You're obnoxious. And John was in his chat commenting, basically telling Vince he was a piece of shit.
Well, if there's one person that can pull him back, it would be Vince, right?
Yeah,
somehow.
I agree. We have someone backstage. I don't know if we want to bring him on now.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Let's bring him on. Oh, who's this?
Oh, hello. It's a Cardiff Electric Bag.
Oh, hello, Cardiff Electric Bag. You drew some eyes. there.
No, I had this custom made just for today. It's my new character.
I think I like the fact that this one can talk, but I still like the stick.
I threw the stick away.
Is this one Asian?
That's unfortunate.
Is that a bag or just like the bottom of your jeans?
Yes and yes.
All right. I don't know about this one, Cardiff electric bag.
This isn't the Tookie killer.
No, I don't. Well,
No,
I don't know.
You don't think so?
I mean, it does talk. All right, this is now my new favorite. This is now my new favorite. I like this better than the stick.
Stay tuned.
All right. Thank you, Cardiff electric bag. All right. My God. Radish Diff, thank you for 5, whatever those are. John is quite active on Twitter right now. Thoughts on his return? Because I want to guest on his show. I mean, there's a whole summer to behold, and if John is just a substitute teacher or full-time teacher, which we know he's not a full-time teacher, but if he is a teacher of any way, he does have the whole summer. I'm kind of interested in that whole Vince thing. That's fascinating that he was in Vince's chat. I did not know that. But yeah, that's awesome. I don't know. Maybe the Dabbler is destined to come back. I mean, he sees what everyone else is doing. Everyone else is doing super. Even Carlos Danger is getting super chats now.
It's fucked up.
How
it's about
could
time.
John possibly stay away?
And with the whole Trump stuff going on, the election coming up, you'd think it's got to be pulling him.
Yes, and that's what I think. That was the whole reason he even made an appearance at all. And I'm shocked that he didn't go on camera. He might not be camera ready yet. He might be hitting that gym hard and probably wants to reveal some form of transformation. No pun intended. Because I've been hitting the gym because I do plan to be at the next live WATP event in Detroit. So I have been actually kind of, trying to go to the gym a little more and look a little better. Make my debut as a big.
I'm going the opposite direction.
guy.
I'm going to see how large I can get. I'm hoping to have a stroke by the next event.
No.
So I just got to give a quick shout out to Tiff.
Whoa, Tiff, thank you.
She just gifted 5 memberships.
Oh, Tiff, you are wonderful. Thank you for gifting 5 memberships. That is wonderful. And yes, again, OJ and I, and maybe we'll find some guests, some friends, or we'll just put a link out. We're going to do a members only stream tonight. It's going to be kind of late night. I don't know what time yet, but we will do a late night stream for members only. To do that, you only have to be in the $3.99 membership thing. I know there's so many memberships out there. It's ridiculous. I was looking at all the things I'm a member of, and those things add up. So I appreciate. Yes.
I was going to say she may have given more. If she did, I apologize. But,
I don't even know how you know.
Damn it, OJ.
I don't even know how you know. Oh, I see that in the chat. It says 5.
It does say 5, but I feel like I'm seeing 10 people. Okay, no, it's just doubling up. I'm looking at the stream through my phone because StreamYard does not tell us that.
Yeah,
so
no,
I have
it
to
doesn't.
actually watch it. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Tiff. That is wonderful. All right, let's get into some more stuff. As everyone knows, we have been following this.
PosterGate Day 28.
So yes, it has been exactly 4 weeks. I almost put 3 fingers up with my disgusting nails that I bite. It has been 4 weeks since the Pottstown massacre. And it's been so long that Bill Loney has even grown a tail. Just saw you wag your tail. That was tremendous. Oh, kitty. But Shuli has commented. The only pussy you get, exactly. Shuli has commented on the posters. First, I'm going to go through the events the way they happened. Dr. Sketty Tooth John says, "Where are those damn posters?" Laughing face, but this is no laughing matter. People are mad. People are pissed.
Out of 6 of you.
Out of 6 of you, all 6 of you. And yes, we'll hear about that right now. Carlos Danger and Ray DeVito on the BS show, talking to Shuli.
Any way possible.
One follow-up, Shuli, if I may.
Yeah.
Why did you put Ray in charge of the posters for Pottstown?
I did not put Ray in charge of the post. And actually, in the next episode of Out of the Habitat, we discuss the posters, and I break it all down. So there you go. So the 6 of you who are fuming mad, you'll get your answers.
How many people got the posters?
Good question, Ray.
Zero, Ray.
All right.
Better Business Bureau investigation happening.
Right.
The Department of Consumer Protection of Pennsylvania has been contacted, Ray.
Mr. Team Player.
Under your name.
There were posters? Yeah, all right, we'll get into
I
that.
knew there
in
are
the third hour.
posters.
Yeah, get into that. Well, there wasn't actually, but
They're
I know
still
there were
coming.
supposed to be.
They're going to be coming.
no, we have them. They're coming. We got the list of everybody that purchased VIP. We're reaching out to the people who purchased VIP, and if they want a poster, we are sending it to them. If they don't, then that's that.
Well,
But
wait a
if-
second. You're going to contact them and ask them if they want the poster. You're not just going to send it out as according to the terms of the original
Well, I
deal?
just have their email. I don't have their address. You know what I mean? So I I can't just fucking dox people and send them shit. So yeah.
Excellent question, Carlos. I love the follow-up questions by both Carlos and Ray. But that only leaves more questions than answers, I believe, Carlos.
Well, I mean, rewatching that, you got a call, huh? My question is like the fact that Ray didn't even know about the poster. Wasn't he supposed to sign one technically? Like that raises a whole.
They were all supposed to sign posters. So yes, the fact that Ray didn't even know about the posters was pretty funny. Bobcat, you are on the air.
Sir, I have not received my email yet to get my poster. I'm pissed off. I'm still waiting.
All right. Now, Bobcat was at the Pottstown massacre. He was one of the callers during that night on the wrap-up stream. He gave us all the information and was probably the one who revealed to us that they did not get posters. So, Bobcat, you've been in this since the very beginning, and you are saying you have not received your email from Shuli yet asking you, even though you already paid, if you want your measly little poster.
Yes, no communication whatsoever. So far, it's total bullshit. Also, he lied. He said that no one paid extra for the poster. That's bullshit. If you look at the promotional poster, it said $25 for GA, $30 if you just want the poster, and then $40 for meet and greet and poster. And so I didn't get a poster, and at the end, he let everybody do meet and greet. So I basically got completely fucking ripped off.
Yep. And I think that is the overall consensus by people who did, pay for these higher tiers, because I don't know if Shuli said it in that clip, but he definitely says it in the next clip. And I was going to get to that where Shuli says, I don't know what the big thing is. No one paid anything extra for these posters. That's not true. They did. There was a literal middle tier just for the posters. And then you paid even more if you wanted the meet and greet and the posters. And like you're saying, by the end of the night, everyone got the meet and greet. So, and that's what I've said about all these events that try and promote a meet and greet as an additional pay thing. No one is hanging out backstage the entire time. The whole thing is a meet and greet. So I think these shows have to figure out some other incentive than the meet and greet thing, because you're meeting and greeting with these people the whole show.
Carl does it differently.
How does Carl do it?
Are you still there?
Yes.
Carl has a separate thing where he takes you to a separate room. They have food and drinks. When I was at the City Winery in Nashville, they gave us free wine and pizza, and we got to meet everybody. And then he gave us posters. So the way Carl does it is, I felt like I actually got my money's worth, where we went to a separate room. There was just a small group of us. We hung out, we drank, we ate, and it was totally included in the VIP. So that's kind of what I was expecting.
Yes, and that's how that was how they tried to do it at DabbleCon too, where they had the main showroom and then they had kind of the lobby bar area, and they took everyone out into the lobby area, and then they kind of set up for a meet and greet type thing. But I'm saying, With DabbleCon, it was like everyone was just wandering. Like if you wanted to meet Bob and Shuli, all you had to do was go out and have a cigarette, or not go out and have a cigarette, but go to where they were having cigarettes, because they were out there every 5 minutes. So, and then, you know, Carl was kind of hanging around. Cardiff was around. What'd you want to say?
Well, DabbleCon was different because it was like a 2-day event where, like I said, I went to Chicago, I went to Nashville, and they were completely separate things where you had the meet and greet, you hung out, and they gave you drinks and stuff like that. So DabbleCon, I think, was an anomaly because of how long it was. But his normal events, I think there is a true actual meet and greet that I think is worth it if you want to hang out with the guys and get a couple. Like I said, it gives you drinks, it gives you food, and you get your poster. And Carl's posters are actually cool.
Right.
But this, like I said, this was a shit show. So.
Well, we don't even know what the Shuli posters were supposed to look like. We don't know anything. Where are the posters? WATP.
I'm guessing it's similar to the one promotional thing, and Cardiff was actually in it where they had the guys. I'm guessing it's going to be like that without the information at the bottom.
Right.
That's what I was assuming.
Where everyone's wearing the
But
suits.
then also Shuli said, Shuli said also, he contradicted himself. He's like, oh, they were late getting printed. But then his next sentence was, oh, we're going to print them out and then email everybody. So what is it?
You're not wrong. Dr. Skitty Tooth John, thank you for the $4.99. Can we serve Shuli a class action lawsuit during the BS show, just like what happened to Melton? I'm sure we could.
Could print out a strongly worded letter.
What was that, Bobcat?
Did you see Melton's reveal about actually what happened with that?
Yeah, it was a Las Vegas comic, Butch Bradley.
Yeah, it was actually pretty funny when you saw the actual lawsuit and what this guy was accusing him of and what the judge said to him.
Yeah, no,
it was pretty funny.
Yeah, the whole thing was ridiculous nonsense and very. I don't know who Butch Bradley was, so it was kind of a womp to me. But then once I watched it was interesting, and apparently Kevin Brennan knows that guy, and Kevin said he was going to try and get him on Monday's show on MLC with Melton.
Oh, that'd be so great.
That would be great. That would be interesting. So yeah, all right, Bobcat. I just wanted to get your thoughts on that. And do you want to hang around while I play the clip of Shuli on Vince?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Hopefully you can hear it. But yeah, this was Shuli again. Hold on 1 second. We have a guest. Hold on, Bobcat.
Oh, hello. It's me, Pylon Diff.
Pylon Diff?
Yes.
Oh, you have a face. Hello, Pylon Diff. Oh, okay. I kind of like this one.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well. Where are you?
On the ground.
Oh, you are on the ground. But where did you find... Oh, what odd traffic cones you guys have in Minnesota?
Yes.
They look different than ours. They're skinnier.
Uh-oh, I think you're getting a phone call.
I am getting a phone call. Okay, I like the puppet pants thing better than this one.
Where's your nose? How's that vehicle so clean?
There's too many questions. Bye.
Goodbye. Caller, you're on the air.
Hi.
Hi. Who's this?
Bye, Carpet.
Bye, Carpet.
Yeah, hi, it's Radish.
Oh, hi, Radish Diff. How are you?
Oh, fine.
What did you want to add to the PosterGate conversation?
Wow, many weird delays right here.
All right, Radish Diff, I gotta go. I don't know what happened. Bobcat, call back. I
I think
lost
that was an international problem there.
Yeah, it sounds like a bad connection.
K, thank you for the $20. Have a good weekend, fellas.
That's
KB. Oh,
yes.
I didn't see the B. Yes, you're right. KB, thank you for the $20. Have a good weekend, fellas. That's fantastic. Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
You have a
Very
great
much
weekend
so.
too, KB. Thank you.
Hey, what Bobcat was saying earlier, he is right about meet and greets. That's sort of the industry standard. I used to go to the horror conventions all the time.
Right.
Like Fangoria Weekend of Horrors, they would have a meet and greet. They would call it an ice cream social, and you paid like $100. And I snuck in and drunk and got thrown out several times. But I did get to meet George Romero. But he's right. That is sort of the way to do it.
Yeah, it sounds like Carl has a good method of doing it at his regular live shows. Again, I was only at DabbleCon. Yes, he's our local hero here. But I've only been to DabbleCon, and I saw how DabbleCon was, and like I said, it was kind of like I didn't care. Like I was paying for the top. I paid for a front row seat, and I sat in the back, so I didn't care. Like I paid for the big package because I wanted to support. And I just wanted to do everything. It's kind of like cable when I had cable TV. Like I paid for the premium package because I didn't want to know that there were things going on that I couldn't get just because I didn't want to pay a couple extra bucks. So, but at the same time, you know, they specifically made a tier for posters. Like that's where it's because like I stress out every month because I specifically made a tier for members only streams. So now I have to figure out how to do a members only stream at least once a month. Do I always want to do a members only stream? Do I, no.
Hey, I'm one of those payers. I want my shit.
Exactly. So tonight we will be doing a late night members only stream. Maybe we'll watch something. Since it's not monetized, the members only streams can be
Glad
more
you're
fun.
planning it out so carefully.
Well, this is our pre-production meeting, Carlos. Bad with 2Ds.
Well, here's an option.
Yes, sir.
What I'm saying.
No, what do you want to say? What's an option?
I was going to say, if you want to, you could stream snipe me.
Oh, what time are you going on?
I don't know. Like probably around 6-7 o'clock tonight.
Oh, okay. I'm definitely probably going to be on a little later. But yes, tonight, Bill Loney will be doing a live stream. He'll be cooking again for Kumia's Cooks. Do you know what you'll be cooking?
I'm going to show Addicted to Profits how to cook a fucking steak.
Oh, all right.
Shit.
We'll get back to that a little later. Bad with 2Ds, thank you for the $10. Here to announce that Bill has signed an exclusive contract to the Bad with 2Ds network. His show and many other new shows will be coming to a computer near you. Never personal, non-stop comedy. My God, now there's a Bad with 2Ds network. And you're
Sign me
their
up.
first.
Yep.
You're their first grab.
Yeah. I mean,
fantastic.
He sees talent and he jumps on it.
My God, look at all the things. Look at the world that this is all created. Our own little economy and industry and entertainment world. It's insane, but that's fantastic. Yeah. So everyone go watch Bill tonight. I'm going to bring up Shuli now on Vince's show, the Back to the Habitat, or I feel like it changes names all the time. But Vince the lawyer.
If you'd like to call in, if Vince is still out there listening.
Yeah, Vince, if you want to call in, give us a call, 973-440. Let me put the banner up. 9770. That's our number. It's also in the description. But yeah, Vince, if you want to call in, because we're going to talk about KC after this too.
And for those of you that want to check out Bill Loney, I just put his link in the chat to his channel.
Thank you, OJ. All right, so here Vince and Shuli do a show together where they talk. They used to talk about Vince doing the whole High Pitch Eric project. Now they just kind of get into whatever's kind of going on. Vince takes questions from Shuli's Anonymous. Shout out to Shuli's Anonymous. And here's one of the questions. It was about the Pottstown posters.
Okay, can you read that first one?
Where are the Pottstown posters? Follow up. Why are you lying about the posters? Just admit you rip people off. Why am I so tiny?
Oh. So what are people talking about in terms of the Pottstown post?
Don't yell at me, Vince, please. People. I mean, let's be honest, all right? Numbers wise, the amount of people complaining about the posters versus the amount of people who had a great time and are not complaining is quite a difference there. There's not a huge market of people bitching about the posters.
Is that Shuli admitting that they did not sell many poster tier memberships or whatever tickets?
When he started his sentence, I thought he was going to say, let's be honest, we didn't sell a lot of tickets for the event in general. That's where I thought he was going with that.
I was exactly in the same mindset. I was like, uh-oh, this is going to help.
Like, ooh, it's going to be, a mea culpa.
as far as the posters go, the posters were made.
What?
The printing was not done in time for us to bring to Pottstown, and I was not aware of it until I got to Pottstown. And at the end of the day, it's my fault for not staying on top of it. But the posters right now, we will be
did you stay
printing
on
out.
top of?
We got an email list from the from Joel of all the people who purchased VIP.
Wait, but he said they weren't printed out in time, and now he's saying they will print them out. I guess they never printed them out at all because there was just a point where it was like, well, we can't print them now because they won't be done in time. Is that what he's talking about?
Yeah, I'm thoroughly confused at this point.
Thoroughly confused.
He's
as
gaslighting.
well.
He's just talking.
WATP, where are these posters? All right, let's keep going here.
We're going to reach out to those people. If they're interested in the poster, we will send it to them.
So there was a
That's where we're
poster that people paid for, or it came with the VIP?
It was included with the VIP ticket purchase. It wasn't a separate fee for a poster. So
all right, that's where he lost me because yes, it was a separate fee. It was $25 for general admission, $30 if you wanted a poster, and then I believe $40 if you wanted the meet and greet, which also got you the poster.
And that's the thing about lying. Once you start lying, you got to tell more lies on top of more lies.
Chad.
So it was.
And then the poster said it was Kumia Country.
Okay. I mean, that sounds plausible, right?
I mean, you know, what do you think? You think I got a closet full of them and I'm just laughing, staring at them before bed every night?
Yes, that's exactly
Look,
what
I
we
just
think.
I just post what the fans, your fans, want me to ask. I don't know.
So that was it. That was Shuli on with Vince, finally commenting about the posters. Where are they? Is Shuli sitting on top of a stack of posters laughing at all of us? Most likely.
I mean, that was I love that interview because he even goes on to answer, excuse me, those other questions where it's all like inside Howard Stern baseball stuff, inside baseball Howard Stern stuff about a shusher and all that. But all right, I'm going to defend Shuli.
What?
I'm going to defend Shuli here. Like,
all right.
I think the question that needs to be asked: who was responsible? Like, I can't see Shuli being in charge of making sure the posters were ordered and making sure they arrived. Wouldn't you delegate that to hey, wait, I'm talking.
Are you saying
as soon as I start defending Shuli, OJ gets all bent out of shape. I'm saying what I'm saying, but you're interrupting me in mid-sentence.
Are you saying Shuli is incompetent?
I'm saying it might be a management issue. You could say like, hey, he's not being a good manager and delegating the responsibilities, because why would the head of this network, with all these employees and producers, why is he so in the mud when it comes to ordering posters and answering questions about it? Somebody in that organization messed up, right?
Yes, because he also said he was not aware that the posters were not ready and they were not in Pottstown.
Yeah, who was in charge of the posters?
Yes, who was in charge of the posters? We
want some
names.
accountability.
And why not make Mike Morris in charge of the posters? What else does he have to do? He could have been a hero. This was your chance, Mike Morse, to be the poster hero, the poster boy of the Shuli Network. Bill Loney, what say you? You were Bill Loney, you were supposed to go to this event, were you not?
Bill Loney got a poster, by the way.
You did pay for the event.
I got tons of them. I'm so glad OJ didn't end up going. And Bad with 2Ds didn't end up going, because I'm so glad I wasn't a part of that fucking shit show.
Wait, but did you actually buy a ticket, or you were just gonna go?
No, I bought a ticket. I did buy a ticket. So I thought OJ and Bad with 2Ds were going.
They made over $100 off of the three of us.
People who didn't even go. I didn't realize all three of you bought tickets and didn't go. Did you all buy VIP?
Yeah.
I don't remember what the hell I bought. I was pretty tanked when I
fascinating. I had no idea. So
what, fascinating that I was tanked?
know that all three of you bought VIP tickets and none of you showed up.
Yeah,
Really sticking
again,
to
man,
Shuli.
I only wanted to hang out with like OJ and Bad with Two Ds.
No, I get it.
I'm not the biggest Shuli fan, so
Even
Or the
KB,
Uncle
who's
Rico show.
in a lot of their chats, she says she only went to see Perry.
Oh, that's
yeah. And that bummed me out because she was there and I was like, I should go because she's a cool chick. But then I don't know. I'm not going to drive. No offense, KB. I'm not driving an hour and a half to come see you.
How dare you? She is a beloved chatter.
I know. I'm a piece of shit.
Thank you, KB, for the super chat and for the support. And that's cool that she went out there and anyone who went out there. But it's so funny. I didn't realize three of you. I didn't realize Bad with Two Ds also bought tickets and didn't show up.
Yeah, we were Bad with Two Ds and I were supposed to hang out the day of the show. We were going to go down to the local gun range and shoot. And then,
oh shit.
Yeah, but that we didn't end up, like, our schedules got all fucked up. But so that sucked.
Matt Hawkins, I demand a congressional investigation into PosterGate. If heads don't roll, I don't even recognize this country. You're right. This is about promising people something, no matter how petty and stupid we might think. Now, did he ever mention anything about getting signatures on these posters?
They were supposed to be signed, yeah.
It seems like this is what Shuli does. He'll just say something. Oh, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. And you know what? As someone buying a ticket, you believe it, right? He did the same thing with Ray. You know, they're trying to make it. They still try to make it seem like Ray invited himself onto the show. No, Shuli invited him to do the show, and then it turned into what it turned into.
I don't know. I'm still on the fence with that one.
I tend to agree with OJ on that one, on inviting himself. But when you listen to other comics, they all are saying, no, Ray's crazy with that. Other stand-ups are like, no, Ray made the mistake. It was all on Ray.
I've
Not to
actually heard
rehash
the
all that.
from some of the comics. I think, I can't remember who it
Kevin
was.
Brennan, Bob Levy, El Horrible.
Who?
All said Ray was in the wrong there.
What else? What the hell was I going to say?
I don't know, but that is a good point, though. That makes me, the fact that they were supposed to be signed posters, and I believe they were advertised as signed posters.
Right.
And the fact that nobody was keeping an eye on where these posters that had to be signed were for the weeks leading up to that, that is bizarre, to say the least.
Yeah, because they were definitely promoted as signed posters, I believe.
And nobody thought to ask, hey, wait a second, where are those posters we're supposed to sign? But
and like we have said,
maybe Shuli needs volunteers. Maybe we can volunteer.
He's got 5 producers.
They're obviously busy.
And a Mike Morse.
This should be right. They should have a meeting on Monday during the. All right, Mike. Here's what we want you to do.
You're a poster guy now, Mike. You're the guy who sits at the bottom and just stares into your camera, and you're also the poster guy now. But yeah, I mean, we've been saying it here. There's no way you're getting these posters signed, which would just devalue the poster anyway to have all these signatures on it. But yeah, because all these people are not together, and he made sure he did not say anything about the posters being signed. He just said, we will contact people, and hey, if you want it, we'll send it out.
And he said there's only about 6 people that isn't that about the turnout that they had?
3 of them didn't even show. We know 3 of them personally.
What was Cardiff Electric's role in all this, right? Cardiff, why didn't Cardiff reach out to Shuli and say, hey, I'm waiting to sign that poster. You know, when are we going to do that?
You are absolutely correct, Carlos Dean.
Turned a blind eye. There were plenty of people who could have stood up or stepped up and become a check in this process, and that didn't happen either.
That did not happen. There were none of the celebrity guests who were supposed to sign the poster spoke up and said, hey, I was brought here to sign a poster for the people. I have my Sharpie ready. Where's the posters? You're right. No one said that. Flat Cat Jessica, if you're on somebody's podcast network and they tell you to come on down to their comedy show, who wouldn't think that they were part of the show?
I agree.
Well, apparently come hang means something different in this bizarre world of stand-up comics. That's what I've sort of learned, because I thought the same thing. Yeah, they invited Ray, but in their world, come hang means, just come down and hang. We're not going to pay you to perform. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess we're relitigating things from a while ago.
They probably also forget that Ray lives in Ohio. So to say to someone in Ohio, hey, come hang in Eastern Pennsylvania. I don't know. John Tard's Dark Brandon shirt. How are they all going to sign it? They're all in different states. Yes, John Tard's Dark Brandon t-shirt.
By sign, they mean it's going to be an email signature. You'll get an email thanking you for your purchase.
Oh no. See, that's actually genius, because if they're smart enough, yes, they could get everyone to create a PNG of their signature somehow, which they couldn't actually get everyone to do that, but they could figure out a way to Photoshop it. And that's why you need someone like El Horrible on your team. Detroit Dabbler, thank you for the $1.99. Nothing better than waking up to be Dabbler. Yes, thank you. And that's the whole kind of vibe we were trying to get it with Saturday morning. Like when you were a kid and you woke up for Saturday morning cartoons. Now you're a 50-year-old with your own kids waking up to hear this Yenta bullshit. Thank you. I appreciate it. Radish Diff, $2, whatever those are, some kind of alien currency. Fucking Skype doesn't work. Oh, I'm sorry, Radish.
That's what it was. Okay.
It was Skype. Okay. Yeah. I'll try. I got to try maybe and get Skype's. Is it free to get calls or you have to pay? I don't know. I'll figure all that out.
It's been a while since I used it, but real quick, special thanks to Dave Daffler. He has gifted 5 subs.
Oh, Dave Daffler, you are a beloved trotter. Thank you very much, Dave Daffler. And tonight we will be doing a members only live stream. Bill Loney, thank you for the $2 for Bill Loney. Wait, you are wonderful. All right, do we have anything else on this?
PosterGate Day 28.
I think we pretty much hit everything, right? Anyone else have anything on PosterGate?
No.
Just keep an open mind, everybody.
Who is? I don't know who Chris Collins is. Am I doing a Chris Collins impression?
I guess you do kind of. Your voice does kind of sound like Chris Collins a little bit.
Oh no.
Or Chris Collins. Wasn't it Chris Collins? Wait, I'm thinking of Chris Collinsworth, the football analysis guy.
Yeah, I know him.
Who's Chris Collins?
No idea.
Oh, all right. Well, I was thinking of the wrong guy then.
Look him up later.
So again, if Vince the lawyer wants to call in, now would be a good time to talk about some stuff, because did anyone catch KC's live stream last night?
Yes.
I watched the replay like about 1 a.m.
Well, if you didn't see it, you can go watch it right now, because it's literally 2 minutes. He beat Chad's record of the shortest live stream ever. Captain Kickass, thank you for the $4.99. Rock and roll. Thank you, sir. Rock and roll right back at you. So yeah, KC went on for about 2 minutes last night, and it was quite possibly one for the record books. Fantastic. The show is called KC Will Try Again Tomorrow.
Let's get situated.
We're playing the whole clip.
Everybody here, thank you for joining me. I had a week in review. I had a bunch of stories for you, and I was going to read them, but let me show you why I'm here. I got one thing to do, and then I'm going to take off.
Does he have a do-rag? Oh, that was a backwards hat. I thought he was wearing a do-rag.
Yeah, he wore that the stream before this one, and I thought it was a do-rag also.
It totally looks like a do-rag. Oh, I'm never wearing my hat backwards again. Is it paused? No. That is a chair. That's Casey's chair. Oh, there's Casey with a printer. A fancy printer.
Okay. This is the reason why I don't have a show for you guys right now.
Because the printer's yelling at you? The printer called you a dummy. What are you doing? Oh, he's going to sit on the printer. He's going to use the printer as a chair. Oh, wait, no! Oh, Casey, no!
Good night, folks.
What the fuck?
I think we're going to lay off KC for a little bit.
I'm down with it. That should be all his streams.
Casey is fighting with his printer, much like Tom Chiasano fought with his suit. Oh, we have a special guest. Hold on one second. Hello, special guest. Who are you?
Oh, hello, Bottle Diff. How are you?
Oh, hello, Bottle Diff. Good to see you.
How's
You
it
have.
working out?
Oh, that looks good. You have a nose and a mouth.
Yes.
And we
Is Tookie
can't.
Tookie ready to hang himself yet?
I think Tookie is feeling the heat. He's feeling the pressure a little bit. I personally am trying to see if we could see you in the reflection of the bottle.
Yeah.
Me too. Me too.
So I'm gonna let you go. I still like the pants guy the best. Galaga. Okay. Bottle dip. What the fuck were we talking about?
Casey Armstrong assaulting a printer.
Casey beat up his printer.
God damn, that was funny.
One of the people I was talking to said, I guarantee 100% that printer was working properly. So I guess Casey was mad because he couldn't print out the news stories he wanted to talk about. Because Casey, that's what I was.
Yeah, that's what I was assuming too.
I think Casey is very entrenched in that old timey way of radio where you have to get all your prep printed out, highlight some stuff, which is great. It works. It's probably even better than clicking on window tabs and stuff like that. But again, yeah, KC, you can use tabs on your browser. It would work just as
I
well.
assumed I have one of those wireless printers, and it'll send you information when the ink is low and all that crazy stuff. And it does freak me out a little. I thought in Casey's, his challenges, you might have thought it was messing with him or talking to him, and
I think
he needed to teach it a lesson.
Yes, I think he thinks it was calling him a pussy. Or insulting him in some way. Bill Loney, what are your thoughts on KC?
I wouldn't be around him if I was a printer.
Yeah, KC,
he's a fucking psycho, man.
He definitely showed that printer who is boss.
He seemed to be almost smiling though, right? He was kind of in on it, right? It wasn't a blind rage.
I don't know. The other thing is,
it's like when a dog bites you and it's still wagging its tail. It was like that.
I honestly don't know. The other thing that I heard Casey talk about recently is that he's moving to another studio.
He's moving back to his old studio.
Yeah, why? What? And he did all this work.
Yeah, he didn't really give an answer. That he did mention that he's like, I did all this work and I'm moving back to the old studio after all of this. So
yeah, and I think it was always kind of implied that Casey was living with his mom allegedly, and that might have been like a spare room. So I guess he could always go back to that. So he's always got that. So that's good. But yeah, that was a weird comment he made the other day after all the work he seemed to have done. He put in a $2,000 door. It's insane. Blinky Jedi, thank you for the $1.99. Casey is lying about straight flush. I think Casey did win that money. I don't see why Casey would lie about that. And as someone who has dabbled in compulsive gambling, I could very much see that happening. I know El Horrible put a very small wager. Oh, we have a call. Caller, you are on the air with El Horrible and friends.
Hi, it's Casey's printer.
Hi, Casey's printer. How are you? I mean, we saw what happened. I hope you're doing well.
I'm doing okay.
I think this is Vince the lawyer. Vince, what do you want to say?
He's gathering his thoughts like KC does.
What's going on, guys?
Nothing much. How are you, Vince the lawyer?
I'm doing all right now. I didn't see the whole show, but that's the kind of show I want to see from Casey. That was great.
Right.
That was the whole show, Vince.
That was literally the whole show. It was 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
I have two
Yeah, and
printers I can
that's what
donate
I like.
to Casey.
When he's sitting there crying about people that are mean to him, that turns me off completely to him.
Right. So what happened? Are you and Casey no longer working together?
I'm not sure. I mean, I don't like the way he acts because we scheduled to do a show. We did the show, and then he cuts it off halfway through, and then quits YouTube.
So what do you have any inside information on that? Like his whole meltdown of why he quit YouTube? Everyone thought it was because of Melton, but then Casey was trying to say it was all just because he got trolled by the Artie troll guy. Do you think that's...
Yes, I do.
So you really think
so
that...
here's the information. Yeah. Let's keep talking over each other.
Sorry.
It's okay. So here's the information that I have. Yes, I do have inside information on that. He originally claimed that he texted all of his old Artie numbers and that someone responded. Now, I believe that. So as much as I thought that was improbable, I believed him. Then it turns out that someone just spoofed one of the old numbers and texted KC.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Right. I mean, because even when I was doing the math in my head on one of my shows, I believed KC, but it's just too improbable that someone would get assigned an Artie number, which is astronomically improbable,
Yep.
and then would have some understanding of the show.
Yep, and know the answer to what name Artie uses to check into hotels. Like, it's virtually impossible.
Wait, does anyone know the answer to that question? Because I know Artie said it on a previous show. I just can't find it anywhere.
I always thought it was Greg Nettles.
That's what I said, but I don't want to just assume. I want to be able to qualify it with actual content. So
yeah,
I heard him say it. I just can't figure out where he said it.
It was either, I've heard people say that it was either in his audiobook or he just happened. I think he happened to say it on an episode of Stern. And Greg Nettles always stuck.
Oh.
Greg Nettles always stuck with me because I used to work at an Audi dealership whose spokesperson was Greg Nettles. And that's the only reason I know Greg Nettles, besides the fact that Artie has used the name before. And that's all I'm going off.
I think you're on. Yeah, I think it was in his audiobook. Now, I didn't go back and check that. Either way, I wanted to actually get the answer to that.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody did. And obviously then someone on the show. So behind the scenes, Casey's getting texted to not work with me because I'm the one who I infiltrated his computer account. I infiltrated his email and his text. So Casey started to believe this. And now Casey gets on a show showing him all bloodied up. This is his whole macho bullshit that he does.
Yeah.
To try and intimidate people.
You don't want to make
And I
me
told him,
mad.
like, Casey. Yeah, exactly. Now that worked in the past. Now Casey's a very raw person, right? So he does these kind of things. The scary thing is, if he does act on it, then we're in trouble, or I'm in trouble.
Sure.
But I'm used to dealing with the similar personality with High Pitch, right? So they're both very similar in some ways in terms of like their threats and their intelligence. But I know that there's a little difference between Casey and High Pitch. Like, I can't outrun Casey, and I can outwalk High Pitch.
That's true. That is very true. Yes. Yeah. I don't know, man. That makes way more sense to me, though, that someone messaged KC using Artie's old number. Okay. So that kind of clears up a lot as far as that goes. So yeah, but you're not working with KC, or as far as you know, or he just ghosted you, or he never said, "Hey, I'm done."
No. Right. So he as soon as I posted a video, a portion of what we did, the guy that Casey hooked up with from Alaska was the first show that we were doing, the tranny. So I posted a little clip of it to kind of keep the momentum going. And with Casey, I did breach our agreement that I wouldn't post anything until he reviewed it.
Okay.
So there he does have a legitimate beef with me.
Okay.
Because we have it in writing, in text. Like, I won't post. But so he does have that. Now, I apologize for doing that, and I took the video down, which I hate doing.
Sure.
But he wants me to take every single video down on my channel that involves him, which I'm not going to do.
Interesting. Yeah, because it was hilarious when Casey announced that you guys were doing a show, and then you were like, yeah, it's gonna focus how Casey's finally gay or something like that. Casey's like, wait, what? Like, it's
Look, Casey is not. He's not gay. He only hooked up with one guy.
Right.
Okay. That we know of.
He only passionately kissed one man.
No, he did more with that guy in Alaska. I mean, he gave Casey a hand job. That's from what I
allegedly.
I will only say what I have. No, not allegedly. I'm saying it. That's what happened. I mean,
all right. Hey, I'm taking your word, Vince the lawyer.
Yeah, I mean, that's why even with the Artie thing, I want to be able to qualify to prove what the actual thing is. I don't want to go on assumption. So I do think it's Greg Nettles, but it may be somebody else.
It could be
Vince. I don't know if Vince can hear me, but someone in our chat mentioned that it was on his audiobook.
Yeah, actually, I got the chills when El Harible said it, because that's where it is. It is on. Artie does mention it in the audiobook. I just don't know the exact name that he said.
Okay,
it's a good find though.
Yeah, no problem. I heard it somewhere else, and I have heard the audiobook, and again, maybe that's why I heard it, but I just knew that name always stuck with me because I'm not a baseball fan, I'm not a Yankees fan, but I used to work in an Audi dealership whose spokesperson was Greg Nettles, so it always stuck with me. Anything else you wanted to talk about, Vince?
Yeah, where was the Audi dealership located?
In America.
Long Island.
Oh, is that for real?
No, I don't know. I'm just saying that.
No, it was not Long Island.
Why are you afraid to say where you were?
I'll give you. No, I don't care. I'll give you a hint. It's where Ralph Sorella grew up.
Ew.
I'm not certain where Ralph grew up, but New Jersey somewhere.
Yes, but it was actually in the town where Ralph Sorella grew up, and Ralph Sorella has mentioned where he grew up, I believe, when he was talking about avoiding being diddled by a priest on a fishing trip. It was in Mendham, New Jersey.
Okay. I don't know where that is. So relating to the Pottstown debacle, I mean, I was there. I was there behind the scenes.
That's right.
I got a good feel as to what was going on. And generally, these guys that are going up are not making much money at all. So I was like surprised to hear that Anthony Cumia, who's a multimillionaire, is accepting money to perform, but he does. And not to say that's not a knock on Anthony. I love Anthony,
right.
But it's interesting how these guys are putting their entire life around like a few $100s to perform, and they still spend $500 to make $200.
Yeah,
which is a good business move, but I don't understand how it sustains in the long term.
I'm with you, man. Yeah, I don't understand why. I don't even understand why any of these guys are trying to do any live gigs like this. I mean, the whole point of doing all this live streaming is you can do all this stuff at home. I get the whole trying to get people to come out and the community type deal of it, but just watching all these other guys try to pull off live shows, it just doesn't seem worth it to me. And were you really paid $400 to be there?
Yeah, 400 plus. I said I'm not going unless I'm at a real hotel and casino because there's nothing really around there. But It was really nice. But I paid high pitch 200 of that.
Yes, I did hear you say that.
Now, Vince, did they offer you a place to stay at their house?
No, I was never going to stay at their house. They did, but I'm not staying there. So I said I'll stay at the nearest casino, which was 15 miles away. I stupidly allowed High Pitch to drive me there and back so I could drink. And I mean, High Pitch got us lost on like some back road in Pennsylvania or wherever we were. It was Pennsylvania. And he doesn't buckle his fucking seat. So do you ever drive in a car where you don't buckle your seat and the alarm keeps going off every 2 minutes?
Yes.
I mean, it's bad enough you're with High Pitch, you're probably going to die, but you also have to hear that damn alarm every 2 minutes.
Absolutely. Well, maybe he can't buckle his seatbelt. Does he have an extender?
No, he can buckle it. He's not that rotund at this point, but it just keeps going off. He just doesn't want to do it. Then he got a ticket driving 105 and a 50, and the cop was about to arrest him because it was over some limit that they have there.
Yeah,
but
the weight limit.
He was able just to get the ticket. Jeez. Yeah, exactly. It's like if you're over 400 pounds and speeding over 50 miles, it's an automatic 5-year minimal sentence in Pennsylvania, apparently.
Oh my God!
If you double the speed limit, yeah. If you double the speed limit, you're fucked.
Oh,
yeah, right. Double your weight and double the speed limit, you're fucked.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for calling in, Vince, and I'd love to have you.
Excuse
as a
me, El
guest.
Harible.
Yes.
Before we let him go, we have a couple super chats, but one
Yeah,
of the super
hold on.
chats
What is
is a
bullshit
question
rushing me off?
to.
Yeah, I've got questions for him too.
Okay, all right, we'll keep Vince on. Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, come on, man.
Blinky Jedi, thank you for the 199. He wants to know what kind of steroids is Vince on.
I don't take any steroids. I just started to work out again maybe like 4 years ago. I just focus on the bench press. I do it 3 times a week, baby. That's it.
Beautiful. That's it. You just go and bench press and you're out.
No, yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday bench press, but I run every Monday, every day during the week, and that's it.
That's beautiful. Blinky Jedi also sent another 199. He would have had to pay taxes on it. Radio bit. I'm not sure.
I think he's talking about Shuli.
Oh, Shuli. The posters.
Tax on what though?
The
posters. Yeah, I don't know anything about the posters. I just asked him that question because Shuli has this whole. I don't know if you know what Reddit is, but he has a whole fan page dedicated called Shuli's Anonymous.
Yes, I've heard of it. Cardiff Electric.
So I go under the name.
No, go ahead.
I go under the name Guinea the Lawyer, and I ask all his fans for questions for each week's show, and I just post them, whatever's there for the most part.
Yes, and I'm a big fan of your show. I enjoy it, and I love the Shuli question and answer segment.
Absolutely.
Cardiff Electric, thank you for $2.79 Canadian. No invite. Also using a VPN. You're a liar. Shmuel Buckman, $1.99. It's a hobby. The fish never worth more than tackle. Thank you for the $1.99. I'm not sure what that is.
No, I know you made a good point though. Why are they doing a live show? There is some ancillary benefit to it. For example, Casey and I met there, and then potentially we could have grown something. But my mistake was that I thought Casey was sane enough to work consistently, and that was a mistake of mine. I love Casey. I love his show. Yeah, he doesn't intimidate me physically or mentally, but I do like when he's being real. Like, look, I'm good friends with AJ. AJ went on a show 2 days ago, and that was a great interview that they had. Did you see it?
I didn't see the whole thing, but I did see a little bit of it, and I got some notes from people about it. But I have to go back.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. Casey was relaxed, and he asked good questions, and AJ is an easy guest to have because he'll tell stories forever. Now, AJ and I, we went to Vegas. We got a room in Vegas, right? I go, AJ, I'm going to send you an electric key. And he doesn't understand technology, which boggles my fucking mind because he has a great podcast that he's been doing for 5, 6, 7 years now.
Right.
And I said, I'm going to send you an electric key. Just whatever you do, man, you're listed as a guest on the reservation. Don't cause a fucking scene. But he was so insistent that he was not going to use that electric key. The second he gets there, I hear him. He starts fighting with the security guard because his phone's not working. And then he goes right to the front desk. And now he's not allowed to have a full key, right? So you can't go to front desk and get a key. He can only use the electronic key I sent them on the phone. He was so insistent it wasn't going to work. He's fighting with the front desk person. I go, can you put the guy on the phone? I'm like, listen, my old Italian grandpa's there. And can you just give him a regular key? And they finally did.
My old Italian. Wait. So Kate, AJ was your old Italian grandpa?
Yeah, because how else can you explain it? I just said, AJ, the one thing you can't do is, the one thing you can't do is get a hard copy key because you're not on the main reservation. That's my name, but you're a registered guest. But for whatever reason, the system and MGM, they don't allow the guest to get physical keys, just an electronic key. You know, it turns out AJ didn't turn on his fucking Bluetooth, so he couldn't use the Bluetooth receiver.
That's amazing.
But that, I mean, I love it, but it's these kind of things you got to deal with all behind the scenes. So I'm surprised those two, the biggest point is I'm surprised those two got it together to actually do a show.
Absolutely. Yeah, I have to go back and watch that. Carlos had some questions for you, Vince.
Yeah, Vince, I love you with Casey. I didn't realize that you guys have only recently hooked up together, but it seems from watching Casey.
They hooked up?
Well, you know what I mean. It seems that he needs like a cocoon of helpers around him to deliver that podcast. Wouldn't it benefit him to become a part of the Shuli network? Like if you and him did a show on that network where he has some technical help?
It is. It's a good point you make. However, there is a charm and a benefit for Casey to fucking up like he does, where if you start to make it as smooth and professional as we all want it to be, then it loses that appeal, to me at least.
I agree.
And what about like
But
starting?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, look at you.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Well, my next question was:
if you look at the thumbnail and.
Hey Vince, just so you know, it's nobody's fault here. There's a little bit of a lag with the phone calls, so nobody's trying to cut you off.
No, I don't. I'm just joking. It's fine. Gad, you talk.
All right. So, what if you eased KC back into this by like going over a classic Stern episode? If you taped it in advance, because live really seems to throw him off with the chat and everything like that, and then delving deep into himself seems to really trigger him and whatever he's got going on chemically in his brain. What if you did a show where you just watch something non-KC related with him from the Stern times?
Yeah, I want to, right? So on my channel right now, I just started to do this. I wanted to document all the great events, and not necessarily they have to be so in the mainstream, but I want to keep that alive, because what happens in YouTube is that we all post the old shows, but they all eventually get taken down, which is fucking annoying. So the way I'm doing is if I'm reacting to them, I can make a legal argument that they can't remove them, because just like you used my clips before, legitimately, if you're reacting to it, I want to document that. So having the people on that are participating in the show would be great. Would Casey do it? Probably not. And he's not necessarily a good long-term partner.
And you said he wouldn't do it just because he's basically unstable in terms of consistency of showing up and doing something on the regular?
Exactly. So like one of the characteristics of someone that's mentally retarded is, let's say, below a 67 IQ, which no, I'm just giving an example. One of the characteristics you'll see is that they can't work consistently. It's a psychological fact. So if you look at someone that's generally mentally retarded, they won't be able to work consistently. I'm not talking about Down syndrome. I'm just talking about someone who literally has an IQ of a high pitch. They will always have random jobs, but they can't work consistently.
Right.
And I'm realizing quickly that with KC, that was the issue.
Gotcha. Not ego, it's just ability, you're saying.
Yeah, I don't even know if it could be ego. All right, so behind the scenes, I have 20 texts from KC of how mad he is because I posted the show, which I admit that was against our agreement. So probably not the best way to start a relationship by betraying him. But I told him the reason. I apologized. And you know what I texted him? Do you know what I hate?
What do you hate?
Then I took it back and said, do you know what I don't hate? You.
Aww.
So it was like this sentimental thing where I'm like, I meant it, as a joke, but sort of sentimental. Do you know what I don't hate? You. No response.
Sure. Vince, are you on Twitter?
Great.
Vince, are you on Twitter?
Am I what?
Are you on Twitter?
No, I only do YouTube.
Okay.
Only YouTube.
I, for one, Vince, am hoping you guys can work it out, because I think you would be great for him.
Yeah.
I think you'd be the perfect quote unquote wrangler of KC. So yeah, I'm really hoping you guys can work it out.
Shuli yesterday said, look, I'm doing a show. I don't know if Casey came on, but Shuli wanted me to speak with Casey on his show. Shuli asked me if I would apologize. I told Shuli I already did sincerely apologize to him, but Casey then shuts down when he gets like a normal reaction. He wants me to either fight or flight, and I just apologize for what I did, which was wrong. But I don't know if we're going to be able to hook up and work independently. But yes, I was supposed to appear and sort of like ambush him with an apology on yesterday's show.
Interesting. I only have really one more question, Vince. What did you do at Pottstown for $400?
Virtually, I was supposed to go on and dance is nothing besides bring high pitch there. I did come up with the ranch dressing bit for high pitch because he was sitting there doing nothing. The issue was the audio obviously didn't work for an hour and a half, so that cut out the time that we were going to do the Uncle Rico show. That's what I was there to do.
Okay.
Look, guys, I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go to this. I didn't want to go to Rochester, which I didn't go. Shuli asked, he's like, I want you to go. You have to go. And I don't even remember committing to it, but I did on one of these old shows. So I went.
Gotcha. Okay.
You should have went to Rochester, Vince. Rochester was a blast.
No, I mean, look, God, I'm not even that big of a fan of Shuli, so I'm not like going to go to Rochester to see him. Like, that's just what it is.
Well, I don't know. Does anyone else have any more questions? I think I got everything I wanted to know, Vince.
Are you still practicing law, and what area
I don't
of
like
law?
My area of law is class action and employment. I really made my career representing people that were involved in the stock market, so like brokers, broker-dealers. So it's high-end stuff that I dealt with, and I'm really applying that now to the questioning part of interviewing someone. And right now, a lot of my thing is just training younger attorneys to do what I did.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Very cool.
So we might be having to call you up if we
what I say to
decide to
people-
do a class action lawsuit against Shuli for these posters.
Well, that's the only reason why I called in, because I need some lead plaintiffs for that. So if anyone wants to be the lead plaintiff in PosterGate, call my office.
833 find Vince. Findvince.com.
That's it, baby. Or findvince.com and go ahead, submit the form, and we can get this class action going.
I do have one more question, Vince. Who is the guy on your website? Because that's not you.
Yeah, I don't know who made. I haven't even been to that site in a long time.
What?
But it's definitely not me.
No.
What we like to do. Yeah, I like to mislead people by putting someone that looks like an attorney up there.
Okay.
So they feel comfortable.
Yes, I mean, he definitely did look like an attorney. Vince, this is great. Thank you for calling in. I definitely want to have you on as a camera guest. And you can text me at this number or email me if you want to talk. I know you left me some messages on my videos, but I'd love to talk about whatever you want.
I did.
What?
I don't remember messaging you, but it must have been a slow day.
Actually,
No,
Vince, we are
on my videos.
We're doing a show later. If you're available to come on later, we're not sure what time, but maybe if you got time, you could join us.
Yeah, I'm just sitting up here in the penthouse of my building. It's not my penthouse, but I'm just looking at some girls sunbathing. So I have nothing else to do today.
Wonderful.
Vince, would you like to meet Ray DeVito? I can make it happen online.
You got to remember, I already met him. I told Shuli that we needed to get rid of him.
You stop
away.
that.
Now, the only benefit, if you look at my review of the performance that I did on Shuli's show, I said, look, I don't know who this Ray DeVito is, but he's got to go. I mean, he was horrible when I was there. I do get the appeal, like if someone's so bad, you would go and see them just to like fuck with them a little bit, but it was a really bad performance. I was evaluating all the comics from the stands, and he had to go. I didn't know who he was, but it was just a horrible performance.
Ouch.
But I'm glad you've become a fan.
I don't know
That's
if you
cool
guys
to hear.
know him or not. But that doesn't mean that he can't get better at his craft, right? So no one is just a good stand-up comedian. They're putting in the time.
Yeah, he's just
I've never
starting
seen him
out.
before. I don't know him, but yeah, so that's okay, right? So just because I'm saying this now, it doesn't mean that he can't put in like 10, 12 years. and then come back and maybe get up to a level where we can keep him.
He'll be 70 at that point.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's been doing it for quite some time. And the problem is he's such a nice guy that I know what you're saying. Like sometimes you go see a comic who's so bad, you just want to go just to rip on him. But Ray is such a nice guy. Like I can't imagine people doing that. But I love your honesty, Vince. That's one of the reasons I enjoy everything you do is because you are blatantly honest. You don't sugarcoat anything.
Well, look, I told you that you got to tighten up this whole debacle, right? The Pottstown debacle was something where if it was tighter, it could be something that I would go to without being paid.
Right. And the other thing,
And that's,
and they also had big technical issues too, and that didn't help anything. That obviously created a big issue with Pottstown.
Oh, that brings.
I went on the show the next.
Vince, what about where do you stand with producer Joe?
Before it, I don't know who producer Joe is. I mean, apparently he waves guns at neighbors, which is fine with me if like there was an issue. But I don't know who the guy is, so I don't really have an opinion one way or another.
All right.
How does Shuli has all these guys that does he need these guys to run that show? Is that what they're doing behind the scenes?
Yeah, basically, yes. Shuli does nothing but come on air.
No, I mean, that's the way it should be. It is tough to actually run the whole thing and then perform as well. I mean, I could do it, but most people can't.
Word up, brother.
Well, you actually have a super chat for Vince.
John's Earmites, thanks for the $5. Love your work, Vince. Brilliant. So there's another Vince fan.
Yeah, how are you going to get me that $5? Are you going to sell it to me?
No,
I was going to say, OJ, you phrased that very incorrectly.
Yeah, this is not for you. The comment was for you. The money is for me. The comment is for you. We have a strict policy of not paying our guests. That's OJ's policy. I wish I could change it, but as a person of law like yourself, Vince, you understand the all the paperwork that goes.
And I have that in writing.
Yeah. Radish Diff, thank you for the $2 alien. What'd you say, Bill?
I said, so I don't get the $2 I sent myself?
No, you don't get that. That was dumb.
Son of a bitch.
All right, Vince. Thank you for.
By the way, no, you're not yet. Your guest there, was he drinking at 9 in the morning?
Yes, he's an alcoholic.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That makes sense then.
Shmuel Buckman, thank you for the $1.99. Going on stage is reward, not the money. Why they do. So he's saying being on stage should be the reward, not the money. I
agree with that to a certain extent. I get it's hard to get the repetition on stage because there's not many events, especially when most of these comics are not in any demand whatsoever. So I get that aspect of it, but we have to get rid of a few of them. I mean, in addition to Ray DeVito, I said we got to get rid of that Tony Hawk lookalike guy. He's out. That was a debacle too. I mean, really, if you go and watch Cumia was the second best besides Bob Levy.
Well, I think the Tony Hawk guy was part of the Perry clan.
Yeah, don't care, man. The guy, his material is just so off.
Oh, sure.
He wasn't that bad, but his material is completely off. It was such a waste of time.
Do you watch the shows on the Shuli Network, Vince?
No.
John Tard's Dark.
I don't know,
What?
You make fun of Chad. I don't know who Chad is. I don't know who Perry was. Like, that was not. I had no interest in any of that at all when I was there.
Yeah, I don't have an interest in Perry at all. I used to follow Perry back in the day, but this last year he's just been very much overexposed, and it's turned into professional wrestling, really. John Tard's Dark Brandon shirt, thank you for the $10. I spoke to Vin for 20 minutes in Pottstown. I got the suspicion he wanted to hitch a ride back to New York City and ditch High Pitch Eric.
I would never travel from Pottstown to New York with High Pitch Eric. I just traveled from the casino to the show with High Pitch.
Do you remember talking to someone, though, in Pottstown because they got the suspicion that you wanted them to drive you back to New York City and get the hell out of there?
I know the guy. I think I'm pretty sure one of the fans you're referring to. again, I only had to drive 15 minutes. That's my max with high pitch.
Okay.
I would never drive 3 hours with him.
Beloved chatter, thank you for the $10. Vince criticizing anyone is laughable. What has he ever done that lasted more than a month? He's a loathsome worm.
It's true. I mean, they do say that there is no real value in critics. Yes, but I have been presenting to people for the past 15, 20 years. Yes. And the people that I present to are not overweight drunks that aren't going to give you your livelihood or not. So if you present to a jury, they have to be entertained enough to give you money after you're done.
Right.
So that's what I've done. And when I give people criticism on public speaking and performing, it's from that angle.
I just had one comment I wanted to direct at Vince, if possible, El Harible.
Of course.
Vince, on one of your early streams with Shuli, when you were talking about high pitch and taking questions from Reddit, you did insinuate that I am a rabid anti-Semite, and I just wanted to state on the record, untrue. I love Jewish people and people of all religion, creed, race, all that good stuff.
Even Muslims?
That's true.
Yes.
Though. I forgot. Carlos was very mad at you because, yes, you implied that he was anti-Semitic, and Carlos was taking it very seriously at first. And I was actually one of the person who said, "Relax, Carlos. He's making a joke. He's trolling. He's not serious."
I reached out to Shuli because I was.
Yeah, I don't recall this, but I think you are anti-Semitic.
Nice.
You reached out to Shuli?
I've never met you. I don't know who you are, but you definitely are anti-Semitic. I mean, who is?
But Carlos, you actually reached out to Shuli after that show?
Oh, yeah. I reached out with a whole thing saying like, hey, just let this guy know. I took it 100% for real and was freaking the fuck out.
It was the.
How do you prove you don't hate Jews? How'd you do it?
I'd have to go back and read the message. It was the middle of the night. I was all emotion.
Oh my God.
That is true, Lo. How can you prove that you don't hate Jews? It's funny. Jules David, thank you for the $4.99. I'm a big Vince fan from long ago. I was a mod on his high pitch 24/7 stream. Does Vince still have contact with Kitty?
I do. So part of the live stream that we did, we had about 6 people working on it. And this girl, Kitty, she's like a rich girl from New York City, but she's one of our friends. She actually had high pitch sleep in her bed. They didn't hook up, but she would have high pitch over. But yeah, I speak to Kitty probably once a week.
She slept in his bed?
He slept in her bed because at some point Eric loses his apartments, things like that. But yeah, I mean, she's just a huge Stern fan.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
gotcha.
Kitty's cool.
Very cool. What else? Anything else? Anyone else?
What else we got? How much did I make? Was it $25 you're
Nothing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have any more questions. I think you pretty much tackled everything here, Vince.
Yeah. And one of the things I'll say is don't ask your host if they have any more questions. Because it's an uncomfortable thing because then people have to force a question. Just either ask it or end it, but don't ask them if they have any more questions.
Okay, that is very good criticism. I will take that. So, Vince, I'm going to let you go then, and we will.
I'm going to let you go.
All right,
and I'm going to get going.
You let me go. Yes, and we will hook up at some point because I'm a big fan.
Today.
I'm a huge fan of yours, and
hey, man,
obviously you're a big fan of mine.
All joking aside, I do love your material that you've done. When I originally saw it, was you're messed up. You're making fun of John. I love that. I love that you're all anti-Semites. That's cool too.
Thank you.
And let's hook up for real. Give me a text, and we'll figure something out to do.
All right, I will, buddy. Have a great weekend. Take care.
All right, guys. Talk to you later.
Later,
All
Vince.
right.
I just want to be clear. We only hate Italians on this show.
Yes, that's right.
There's a man who's clearly going to hell.
We're anti-Sicilian. How dare you?
I love how I'm an anti-Semitic Jew.
Anti-Semitic. You're an anti-Semitic Jew? Yes.
Apparently.
Well, speaking of which, we knew another anti-Semitic Jew. Oh, this person is really wants to get on, so hold on one second. Caller, you are on the air.
Oi, hello.
Hello.
I met Carlos Danger at a horror convention in 1998.
Oh, that's fantastic. Who are you?
My name is Shmuel Schwarzenstein.
Shmuel Schwarzenstein. Do you remember seeing this gentleman at a horror convention in 1998, Carlos?
Absolutely. What happened?
He spit on my yarmulke.
Disgusting.
He's a rabid anti-Semite.
All right. Well, thank you, caller. Did he say anything else?
Something about Jew, and I don't like you. I don't remember.
All
It's
right.
a long time ago.
All right. Thank you.
Well, I remember the first time I met Carlos, and he was reciting a Hitler speech.
Disgusting, Carlos. What
I
is
signed
this?
your boobs.
Well, yeah.
Did you run out of ink?
No, he signed it Zyklon B or some shit. I don't know.
Disgusting. All right. Well, speaking of anti-Semitic Jews, I was watching. This is actually the first time I've watched a lot of clips of Ski Mask, and I'm becoming a fan because of him on MLC. I honestly didn't watch a lot of it because I knew that a certain producer who used to work here was affiliated with them for a little bit. So I just wasn't really in that world, but I'm starting to get a little more into the Ski Mask world. And I caught an episode of Ski and Stevie Lou reviewing MLC, and they were talking about our buddy, the Piss Lord, on their recent show.
Oh, wow.
And he has been known to be an anti-Semitic Jew.
E-Rock, I'm starving. $5. What do you want, E-Rock?
I'm sorry I started there,
Eric
E-Rock.
Nagel. Trust me, I know it's not.
But I thought it was funny.
E-Rock Army.
Someone chatted as E-Rock for $5
you?
and said I'm
That's why
starving.
people don't like you.
I said E-Rock Army. Beep.
Why would you say that?
Because that's the gang. I'm the part of the gang.
You're in a
The
gang now?
E-Rock Army.
I like this. I'm detaching myself from the race situation, not interested in being famous. Okay, so Ari, do you want the link? I'll send you the link right now if you'd like to come on.
Ari, we'll be gentle. We'll clear up this whole
promise I'll be a
booby
gentleman.
picture thing. You know, if you do come on, we will clear that all up.
Yeah, let's get it cleared up. Let's get it out in the open. Over
About the
and
whole
done with.
Cabana,
Yes.
Ari.
Right. Cabano's just being Cabana. That's the way he is. He's he's hung, and he was just being a douchebag. So if you'd like to come on, please send me a DM.
All right, it starts here. I shouldn't have left all that beginning.
So,
part.
I gotta say, man, you were onto something the other day, and the BYB boys picked up on this. Apparently, Kevin Dumbfuck has erased himself from the internet.
Yeah,
I texted you about it first. Yes,
Yes, you did. That's what I just said. You had the jump on this one, but now
Where's
this
my
is
bell?
the official that he someone was able to. I think one of our producers on the BYB show was able to find
producers. BYB as producers.
Yeah.
How many
it's,
subscribers?
we've got a whole squad, kid. You got to
Squad?
You've been talking shit this episode. You better watch your fucking self, bro. Because
Who's
the
gonna
BYB. First of all, we do the B and the YB. All right, and then we
Stop,
also
don't
do
it.
the,
I'm gonna hang up.
the
I'm
claw.
gonna hang up on my own fucking.
You don't know
show.
the claw, bro. You don't even know the fucking claw. I'll throw the claw up.
What's he talking about?
That's because we have like
I'll
all
do
these like
BYB.
disabled
I'll do
guys.
BYB again, but I'm not entertaining any part of a squadron or anything like that. That's
All
just
right, fine.
it's
So,
Piazza.
nonetheless, yeah, like he had that channel, the Why Do I Pod, and he's like changed.
How did that go?
It's still live. It's still
Really?
there, but he changed the name of it, and it's like not here, never here ever, or something like that. It used to be called Why Do I Pod, and now it's just called Not Here. So somehow our guy was able to backtrack to the still active page, but it's no longer Why Do I Pod. So yeah, very bizarre, strange behavior out of the guy that we showed a lot of love and support for. A lot. a lot. So I don't know
Is
if
there
any of
way
the
we
folks
can
out there.
see some of the new shit that's going on with him, or we can find out.
I mean,
she's
yeah, maybe.
driving, but thank you. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't call in then, please.
I'm gonna call Dumbfuck Live right now.
All right, so they tried to call him and he didn't pick up. It just went right. It rang once and went right to voicemail. But yes, apparently Kevin Dumbfuck, drunk fuck, is gone. He's gone from the internet, just like I predicted during Dabble Court, where I requested if he was found guilty, he would be banished from the Dabbleverse. And even though I lost, all things always come up, El Horrible. Who are you?
Oh, hello, I'm a Hydrant Diff. How are you?
Hydrant Diff. Are you just going all around your city marking things up with a Sharpie? This seems illegal to me.
Yes, I am defacing public property everywhere for the show.
Oh, for the joke. This is great.
Yes.
Well, I kind of like this guy. What was his name again?
Hydrant Diff.
Hydrant Diff.
Yes.
Hello, Hydrant Diff.
Hello. I just for the record, I once met Shmuel. What was his name?
Shmuel. I don't know, but it was not the Shmuel who is
Silverstein.
yeah, it was not our beloved chatter Shmuel Buckman. I know that.
Yes, I can corroborate that story. Yes.
Very nice.
That's just not true.
All right, I'm gonna let you go, Hydrant Diff. Galaga, good to see you.
Stop defacing public property.
Yes. Thank God no one knows who you really are, Hydrant Diff.
Maple Leaf fuck.
So yeah, so Kevin, I guess, is officially gone. He has changed the name of his, because I don't even know if he still has a YouTube, but it was Why Do I Podcast. Now apparently is Never Here, Gone Forever or some shit. But anyway, I thought that was interesting because the one episode I was watching of Ski Mask, they brought him up. And yes, I know they took him in and he betrayed them as well. All they did was ask him to watch MLC and he refused, and that's their whole show. How can you not watch if you want to work with them? So
And he was like adamant about it. He was
yeah.
he was like condescending to them, from what I remember.
He did the same thing to me when I wanted to cover Eric the Midget shit. He was like, this sucks. This is boring. This sucks. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck are we doing then?
I remember the Bigfoot episode. He did a Bigfoot retrospective with Marco V, right?
Marco V 193 spent a lot of time to put together a bunch of Bigfoot clips for us to watch, and he shit all over everything that we were watching.
That was shitty.
Caller, you're on the air.
Yeah, this is Mr. Johnson.
Hello.
I'm Carlos's boss, and I'm afraid we're going to have to part ways. You're not representing us at the food circus down here very well with your anti-Semitic ways.
I just blew a snot rocket out of my face.
I'm afraid we're going to have to part ways as of today. In related news, we now have a deli slicer position open. So if you would like to take that job, Bill Loney, I'm proud to offer you that position at $7.50 an hour. What say you?
Take it.
That's fucking big money, bro. I got to take it.
He's going to take it. Thank you for calling, Mr. Johnson. Although I feel Carlos did nothing to lose his job, but he will find a deli slicing position somewhere else. Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
When he said $7.50, he meant $750.
No, he meant $7.50 an hour. Shmuel Buckman, thank you for the $1.99. That's a percentage of your pay right there for an hour. That was not me, says Shmuel Buckman. Yes, we do not believe that you were the person there.
I do. So that's Cardiff's sock account, everybody.
Oh,
and Shmuel, I'm sorry, that was from earlier, that chat. He was talking about when the Jewish gentleman called in. He was saying that was not me.
Yes, no, we never believed that was you, Shmuel Buckman. Don't worry about that. American Cupcake, thank you for becoming a YouTube member. And don't forget, tonight we will be doing a members only live stream for this month of June. Not sure what time yet, but come hang out or hit the bell, get notified. Thank you for becoming a member. That is awesome.
El Harible, are you planning to do? I mean, in my life,
I'm
sorry to change thoughts in mid-sentence, but
No,
one of the
please
most
do.
important events in the Dabbleverse to me that really showed we could be a community even separate and apart from Stuttering John was the Christmas Eve broadcast. While I understand it was the worst Christmas Eve ever for OJ,
yes,
it was the most compelling drama that's ever happened.
Maybe I will. I might have
Are you going to do a retrospective? We're coming up on a year.
Okay. Yeah, we can do something like maybe I'll do a members only video or something like that. I do have to do a little bit of editing only because of some information that was put out on that stream, but I do have it. Yes. I believe
I would love
have
that
it somewhere. Yeah, I'll figure out something to do with that. And whether we do a stream covering it or, like I said, a members only video. But yeah, we'll do something with that. And 12, 24, 22, never forget. Thank you, Kinky Loco. We will definitely, because I don't think El Horrible has any plans for Christmas Eve. We will definitely do another Christmas Eve live stream and see if we can ruin anyone else's life this Christmas Eve. And thank you. We officially hit over 200 viewers during this stream. I think it was during Vince on YouTube, which we've never done. We did it with Cardiff like last week because Cardiff hooked up his channel to mine. It wasn't really real. But yes, this is the first time we have gotten over 200 viewers. So I want to thank you guys. That is quite the milestone. Thank you. All right. So Bill Loney, you are a Kumia's cook. I'm going to put you up here with me. You wanted me to clip a video, which I did. Dave Dallafure, thank you, 202. Whoever has the birds chirping, I love it. It gives a little atmosphere. No, hey, shut up. Don't close that window. No, I loved it. I wasn't kidding. Yeah, I liked it. It made me feel like, it's a nice, people are having their breakfast, maybe having a brunch.
These fucking birds, these birds at like 3:00 in the morning.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's terrible.
But right now, they give a nice little ambiance to things. So, okay, I'm going to play this clip. You tell me when to pause or when to stop when you've had enough, Bill. But you wanted me to specifically clip this and play it, and you said you were coming in hot.
That still has nobody. His sketches are up, can't hit 100 views. It's been weeks.
He's talking about Chad.
You're gonna have to
Chad fans.
Fast forward a little bit.
This is all MLC. All of it.
Shit. Give me 1 second. So like his whole thing, because he played the
Hands?
He played Steel Toe.
Yeah, I have it. It's coming up here.
All MLC. All of it.
It's gonna come up right here.
Who he was totally on the side of until we broke that whole thing up. Just by being right.
The triumvirate.
He knows that if he sides with Chad, this small, like, Tookie level relevance that he's got is fucking gone if he sides with this guy.
All right. Pause it, please. So what the fuck does that mean? Like, what does that mean? Like,
I think he's saying that Tookie
you're not allowed to talk about Chad?
No, I thought he was saying that Tookie and Chad were on the same level, which I'm kind of happy about because Chad gets, Chad has a lot of heat going right now. And if Tookie has that same kind of heat, that would be interesting to me.
Fair enough.
But
he was flat out insulting Tookie.
Tookie.
I believe so, yeah. But you had made mention, what was it, Wednesday?
Yes.
That I'm like your pit bull, and if anybody's being mean to you,
yes,
like I go after them. And it's not about somebody being mean to you, right? Like if they could call you a big dumb fucking retard, I don't care. It was just really disingenuous. You're going to hear in the next part what really got my tits twisted.
All right. Well, untwist those tits. But yes, I like that you're my pit bull.
And then, the BeDabblers and the Rays and all these people, they bail from Chad.
It's like Aaron pretending he's on a different level than my show is insane.
All right. Him lumping me in with Ray DeVito is where I take offense.
Hey.
How dare he?
Yeah, I mean.
No, I'm kidding, Ray. I love you. I love you, Ray.
We're like almost within 1,000 subscribers of each other. My views beat his views every other day. It's like we're not on different tiers. And by the way, Again, I think a couple thousand of my
What was that?
I was just saying, by the way.
By the way.
YouTube subscribers are fake. So with 25% less numbers, I'm beating you on metrics. By all intents and purposes, my fans are more active and engaging. Now, I'm not saying that's because you buy listeners and followers, but who knows?
I do.
Who knows?
No, I don't even know
because they're not under protection of big bad Kevin and Bob anymore.
That's the point.
Again,
that's the point.
What protection did Kevin and Bob afford me?
So yeah, I didn't understand this either. Kevin doesn't like me, I don't think.
No.
Kevin will not address that I do an impression of him. And my impression is pretty much the impression that everyone does of him. He will not comment on that. He's only said the word bedabbler, I think, for the first time last week. They always pretend they don't know who I am. They don't know who Tookie is. They just call him Cookie Monster. And yeah, that's where I don't know what he's talking about there, because I've never had any kind of protection from Brennan. I've tried to get Brennan's attention. I'm not going to deny that, because I would love to be on MLC, because I think Tookie could be great on MLC.
All right. Well, let me ask you a question. What exactly is protection from Kevin Brennan? What is he going to do?
I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about there either.
He's going to show up to your house and call you the gay F slur?
I don't know.
Just fucking screaming at you? Like, what is protection from Kevin Brennan? What is he going to do?
I don't know. I don't think Kevin Brennan has no interest in protecting anyone. I think that's
his only interest is protecting his YouTube channel.
Of course.
He stopped saying all these words and calls them piazzas and says all these things to protect his super chats. But what I guess my point is like, what exactly is the Kevin Brennan protection umbrella?
I guess he's saying like
State Farm.
I guess he's saying if you're in good with Kevin, you won't get a lot of shit, which isn't true either, because even when Chad was under the Kevin umbrella, as he put it, Chad was still always getting shit from everyone.
Dude, I shit on Chad more under the Kevin umbrella.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I think he was just using BeDabbler and Tookie as an example. I mean, listen, I am not delusional. I know I have a small audience, but it grows point being, we have 207 viewers right now. This is the most people we've ever had. My show grows every week, and that's great. And I appreciate it. I feel like people really appreciate, our shows and the work or lack of work that we do to them. But yeah, I mean, I wish I was under some kind of Kevin Brennan protection. I really do.
Again, what is Kevin Brennan protection?
Again, I just think it's like maybe he sees that if you're in with the Kevin crowd, you're not going to be shit on. I don't know.
God, I'm sorry.
But that's not necessarily true. Yes.
Well, here's my theory, right? This is all projection on Aaron.
Yes.
Right. So he thinks it's like the old radio days where, if you're friends with this one, you won't get fucked with. Everybody fucks with everybody.
Yep. Yeah.
Everybody fucks with everybody, especially in this little corner of the internet.
Yep.
Everybody fucks with everybody.
Yep. And
there's no protection.
I thought it was weird. It was weird to hear him sort of be condescending towards like Tookie, and then mention Ray and say they're all part of this little world, where it's like, I don't know if he's being morning radio guy. He's got to talk for a long time. I don't think sometimes he realizes what he's saying, but it did come across sort of douchey, and Aaron's done that before with the Dabblerverse, where he used them. I know that show because of the Dabblerverse, when he started talking about Stuttering John, and then he walked away from that, which is fine, but he's done these little sort of fuck yous to the Dabblerverse here and there. And I sort of took that as that. Also, like he has this habit of like comparing numbers with everybody, and I don't know, you have a job during the day. You're not Tookie 24 hours a day. You're not trying to make a living off this. So he sort of compares himself, who's trying to do this as a career, being on YouTube, with others, always strikes me as wrong. And he taught me, and he added me once about explaining what a cease and desist order was. It's like, well, dude, I'm not Carlos Danger 24 hours a day. I've received cease and desist orders multiple times. I know what the fuck it is.
John's designated driver. Thank you for the $2. El Horrible. It's small, but it grows. Yes, it's growing every week. Look at this. We have we have 213 people. That's amazing to me. And yes, you're absolutely right. I am in a different league than Aaron, where I am not doing this to feed my family. Like, he has to do these shows, but that's his choice. You know, I mean, I don't know how I look at all this, because I know, like, I can be seen as a hypocrite down the road, where I'm like, this should all be a hobby. Everyone should have regular jobs that contribute to society. Nothing we're doing here contributes to society except for mindless entertainment.
It's hurting. Yeah. If anything, we're hurting society and our families by doing this on a Saturday morning.
Yes. I hear my family running upstairs right now, all getting ready to eat breakfast without El Horrible. Oh, the sacrifices I make to entertain. But yeah, that was a good point, though, because yeah, Aaron does have to do this. You know, because, well, again, do this.
I understand all that. Like,
living.
I get all that, but it was so like, what the fuck, bro? And then he'll call out Chad. He'll call out Chad for not going to DabbleCon and call him a pussy for not going to DabbleCon. But that motherfucker said he was going to go too and didn't show up.
That was one of the things that originally bothered me. I was one of the first who said, hey, that collection thing is kind of douchey. I think I said that on one of my first streams, but I felt weird because I still watched their show in the morning. But then, after DabbleCon, I was like, that was kind of crappy. I just felt like everyone was kind of used in a way, which is fine. Again, this is all nothing. This is all stupid. But, you know, at the same time, I'm not going to go on and pretend that I'm a big fan of some other like universe just because I feel like I can, you know, bring over some people.
Yeah.
But
that was my whole point. It was just like, what? I don't know. Like, this is all projection.
Well,
look, bro, if Kevin Brennan came after me on YouTube, I wouldn't give a shit. I'd be thrilled.
Yeah, it'd be hilarious. Right.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
And I mean, honestly, the only reason that Steel Toe is even alive in my universe, and I feel like in a lot of people's universe, is because of NLO. If I wasn't watching NLO, I wouldn't know what they're doing over there on Steel Toe anymore.
Yeah.
But Steel Toe is, you know, they do shows with Yuzi, with Carl.
Sure.
I gotta say,
so, I mean,
Steel Toe he's got an audience. He had an audience before he stumbled into the Dabbleverse, and he has an audience after the Dabbleverse. So he's got his core audience that aren't going anywhere. So he's gonna be fine.
Yeah, 100%. No, they're doing their thing, and they'll be fine.
I'm a fan of Steel Toe. I have no beef with them. What?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I like Steel Toe. I like NLO.
Were you a Steel Toe listener before all the Dabbler stuff, or did the Dabbler stuff
No,
bring you to Steel Toe?
When Aaron was on WATP that first time, then I checked in, and it I don't want to sound like an asshole, but it's good background noise.
You asshole.
Yeah, I know.
Did you want me to keep playing this clip, or was that pretty much it?
Nah, you can end it, dude. It's just the whole thing was it really fucking pissed me off and again, he can say, you know, that you suck. I'm not going to get involved, but to sit there and be like, oh, well, you know, now all of a sudden because Chad's off MLC, everybody's going to pile on because of, you know, out of the protection of Kevin Brennan was just, I don't know, that is ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous.
Well, I gotta say this about Aaron, though. He did say he was detaching himself from the Dabbleverse at one point, and
but he
wasn't going to cover Chad anymore. He was done with all of it, but he still seems to be here covering everything that he said he wasn't going to.
He uses my like I send him content. I send him Chad content.
Use can'ts ever leaves once you're in the Dabbleverse.
True.
We all know this.
Every time I try to get in or try to get out, they pull me back in.
Exactly. All right. We're going to do a new segment on the show now. It's 1 minute of Ken Otto with the news.
Hey, good evening, Jim. You are number one. Hello. Aaron out there. Hello, good evening. So, how many people are we going to get at the start of the show? That's a good question. Always wonder, like, how long it takes everybody to settle in.
Give us the news, Ken. What's going on today? Ken? Ken, can you hear me?
What did you see today that you wanted to talk about?
Well, I mean, there's a whole Trump thing. We can talk about Trump. Ken, I don't think you can hear
I'm
me.
looking for some topics that Andrea mentioned.
Oh, apparently the Robbins news was way too loud
That's what
over
I'm
Ken.
looking for at the moment.
All right, and that was our Ken Otto news segment of the day. Thank you. We're going to try and do that weekly. I have to fix it, and I'll probably do it pre-edited and recorded. I just tried to do that on the fly. Apparently the Robbins news music was way too loud.
I did fantasize Al Hardyblay back when Casey was wrecking his printer that if he had just put photos of Ken Otto is a Nazi sympathizer all over. I don't know if I said that word correctly, but how great would that have been if
There he is.
Here you
That
go,
would've been-
Ken.
I'm going to send Casey some Ken Otto stickers. I have extra Ken Otto stickers. And if you would like some Ken Otto stickers, including some El Horrible stickers and a personalized headshot of El Horrible, send $5 on Venmo to El Horrible. Make sure you send me your address somehow, either in the comments or send me an email. But yeah, I have sent some of those out. I just pull a handful of Ken Otto and El Horrible stickers in the envelope, along with a personalized headshot. And thank you for talking about Ken Otto stickers.
I do have
yes.
2 broken printers I can send to Casey.
Oh, yes, please do. I would love to watch a segment every week where Casey just smashes shit. That would be great.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Like, bam. And bam. All right, guys, we are at an hour and 56 minutes. Again, we're not going to get to our Mike Francesa prank calls, but that just gives me a reason to bring you on again, William Bill Loney. Where can everyone find your stuff, including your live streams of Kumia's Cooks?
I'm going to put it into the chat.
Okay.
My phone actually decides to work. It's Bill Loney 5300. Oh, thank you, OJ. I don't know. I just cook some shit and talk shit and get drunk. That's pretty much what I do every day.
It's a good time, and you get to, learn how to cook some food or just watch Bill Loney cook some food.
Yeah, do whatever. Cardiff had made mention that he wants to do like a cook-off with me. So look forward to that.
That would be interesting. Well, thank you for being with us. And again, I'll bring you on and we'll talk about Mike Francesa. I promise.
Yeah.
Just so many things happening in the Dabbleverse.
I got you, brother. I got you. Carlos, it's good hanging out with you, buddy.
Always
Yeah,
good
nice to
hang
see you,
out
Bill.
with Carlos Danger. Carlos, where can everyone find you? The newly monetized Carlos. Go over to one of Carlos's live streams and send him a couple of bucks to congratulate him.
Yeah, thank you. It's YouTube at Insufferable Bastards Podcast, I think. Yes, thank you, OJ. And I did an episode yesterday with OJ. We talked about for about an hour the Iron Sheik and then this whole comparison of Pat Cooper to Kevin Brennan.
Yeah, that's definitely a good point. Yeah, and we did lose some people this week, but I figured it was so long ago that it wasn't worth really talking about.
Moves too fast. Also, just one real quickly, today actually is the 200th episode of the Ski Mask Collective. So congratulations to Ski Mask and Jim Stansel and Stevie Lou, and God bless America.
Congratulations to all those guys. Yeah, we did lose the Iron Sheik, a popular Stern guest in the serious years, and also Pat Cooper, who I have a place in my heart for. I always love Pat Cooper. Pat Cooper reminded me of one of my great uncles, my Uncle Vinny, who used to yell at me all the time. And I loved my Uncle Vinny, and he reminded me of Pat Cooper. Pat Cooper was a fantastic guest. I know a lot of people were saying, I didn't even know Pat Cooper was still alive. Yes, Bill Loney.
Your Uncle Vinny?
Yes, he was adopted. Shut up. But but Pat Cooper dying, it definitely hit me. I did know Pat Cooper was still alive because I follow Pat Cooper on Instagram. And that one I wouldn't say it hurt because I didn't know the guy and he was old, but I did reach out to my dad and I told him, I said, hey, Pat Cooper passed away. He was kind of bummed out. That was something that we both related to. Caller, you're on the air.
Oh, hey guys, how you doing? How'd the show go?
Oh, things were great, Cardiff. How are you? How was your
Good,
whatever
I'm
you
glad
were
had
doing?
a good show.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't been watching. What's going on?
Nothing. We're just wrapping up. Did
You're still on?
Yeah. I'm still on.
Oh, nobody would know.
That's true. Hey, we got over 200. What? We got over 200 viewers today on YouTube for the first time, Cardiff. That was a big milestone. I remember the first time.
Yeah.
I remember the first time you got over 200. You know how I know? Because I was there.
We actually reached 226 was our high point.
226 was
Bill Loney, right?
Probably because you had all those fake Cardiffs on today.
That's true. Yeah, we met a lot of new friends today. A lot of new friends.
Yeah. Yes.
I hope you're arrested.
I actually have been. You bailed me out.
This is your one call?
Shut the fuck up, Ray.
Yes, I tried to make I tried to make police car diff, and that didn't go over well.
Oh yeah. All right. Wonderful. All right. Well,
I was gonna say, would that have been a pig diff?
Oh, how dare you, Cardiff? If you need money for bail, Carlos was recently monetized.
Go Laga.
All right. But yes, please go to Carlos Danger's newly monetized YouTube site. Go support him at Insufferable Bastards. And yeah, anything else you guys?
Well, we're going to be back on later.
Yes, we'll be back on later tonight. We might do a thing. Maybe we'll watch something. The good thing about the members only live streams is that I don't monetize them, so we can do whatever we want. I think, like as far as that goes, pretty much, like right. Or can you still get shut down?
I check with Vince the lawyer. That'd be my advice.
I feel like as long as you're not monetizing anything, like who gives a shit, right? But I don't know. Well, I guess we'll learn tonight. OJ, do you have anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think we pretty much covered everything that we wanted to cover today.
All right, guys, we will see our members only tonight. Thank you to my guests, Carlos Danger, Bill Loney, Vince the lawyer, all the diffs, Cardiff, and always be dabbling.
Hello, everyone. This is your favorite world-famous host, Stuttering John. Thanks for watching BeDabblin Live with El Horrible. Leave him a voicemail anytime, and we'll play it on the show. 973-440-9770. Follow at El Horrible on Twitter at BeDabbler. Follow OJ on Twitter at Obnoxious John. Till next time, be dabbling.
Yeah!